Right, everybody, welcome to week 14, and wishing everyone a fantastic macro week ahead. Not only just brilliant start to the new month, but also a brilliant start to kind of the second quarter. We basically started off this week with a bit of a mixed bag. This is being filmed early Tuesday morning Asia time, coming from a long Easter weekend for most of the world. It was only really the U.S., Singapore, and Japan open. Predominantly, most of the people were closed given the Easter kind of Monday. We obviously had a very, very brutal close down in the U.S., down 2.2% on the S&P, closing under its 200-day moving average, which is quite significant from a momentum perspective. And we've seen the same continued poor price action and bearish price actions on just not only technicals and charts on the FANGs and other kind of tech favorites, which is definitely putting everything up in question. And as you've seen on the Macro Monday call, if you catch the replay, as James Kim pointed out, 2600 was really the key level to hold for the S&P. So unless we quickly get back over that, we could be in for some more downside in the near term. But in about 2 weeks, we should get into kind of the U.S. earnings season, and given the earnings uplift we have for 2018, plus 25% is the consensus earnings expectation on the S&P 500, there should be some kind of form of support there and stabilization, but obviously still a lot can happen over the next kind of 1 to 2 weeks. But basically this morning we've seen a rallying up of S&P futures and NASDAQ kind of 100, which is stemming the risk off that we're seeing in equity side out here in Asia Pacific. What's very interesting to take away is the volatility that we've seen on the equity side of the asset class. We're not really seen across on currencies and FX. G10's been very, very quiet. Dollar yen nowhere close to the lows that we made last week of about 104.50, and same thing with Aussie dollar, really not moving that kind of much in regards to a normal kind of risk-off scenario. Week ahead, very, very busy. A lot of Fed speak. We do have, of course, super non-farm payroll figures on Friday from the U.S. as well as average hourly earnings. There's PMIs across the board. We do have RBA here in Australia on Tuesday. No one's really expecting too much. We also have the RBI later on kind of this week. The big kind of question that keeps revolving is there going to be a China response to the U.S. $60 billion potential kind of tariffs, or is there going to be another kind of quiet week before they kind of come back? And that's the main thing that everyone's going to be focused on. Wishing everyone a fantastic week ahead and a brilliant second quarter.